Gnothi Seuton, love, peace, and blessing to you. Abundance, prosperity, happiness, joy, all of the positive, life-giving emotions and feelings to you and your family. And today I wanted to talk about limited consciousness. And while that may not be an official term, it's just something that I've noticed when we are, we start to become aware of our consciousness, and we start to master our consciousness, when we start to offer our consciousness, our conscious awareness as an offering, as a program of manifestation, that we are asking, that we are desiring for a certain outcome. Sometimes when we get to that place, what happens is that we get to a place where we hit some limits, and we maybe while we're thinking about something like maybe world peace, and as soon as we're thinking of world peace, what happens is we start to think of some place in the world where there is not peace, and therefore what we are doing is we are limiting our own consciousness. And I was doing this for quite some time until I actually realized it, and it's like I was almost waiting for the collective consciousness to reach a certain point before I would even attempt to believe in something for all of our planet. And of course, there are people who are, they are just living in that higher conscious realm. Realms way above. And so what I was doing myself was limiting my own consciousness. And just as an example, there are tribes, there are people, indigenous people throughout the world that they have groups that are just dedicated to spending their time seeing the earth healed, seeing the earth free, seeing the earth at peace. And they're doing this 24/7. And so they are in a conscious awareness of a future that we may not have any signs around us that can point that we're going in that direction, and yet that's what they're doing. And so when I talk about limited consciousness, I'm really just saying it for ourselves, because sometimes it's like whenever we start something new, whenever we get into energy understanding and energy awareness, the part of us that has been blocking us from that type of awareness, that has been blocking us from that type of consciousness, sometimes it lifts its head and says things to us like, oh, you don't have time for this, you can't do this, you're not that type of person, it'll never work anyway, this is as Wim Hof likes to say, this is just hippie bullshit. And these types of things. And it's the same with our consciousness. So when we are making a vision, when we're creating a vision of the future, when we're creating a desire, when we are taking our consciousness and we're taking it to a point that may seem like it's something that isn't likely, it may seem like something that the circumstances around us do not support. Sometimes we can stop and then get distracted. And for any of you who do conscious energy work, it takes focus, and when we get distracted or we get discouraged, that can set us back a little bit, or it can just prevent us from continuing on in whatever level of consciousness it was that we were at before that interruption came. And I think it's important for all of us to know that it happens to everyone. Everybody has these types of challenges because we live in and out of both the worlds. We understand the conscious awareness, we understand the conscious ability, we understand the conscious really the not just ability, the opportunity that we have to use our consciousness to create. And we, of course, we are using it. We're using it every day. It's constantly at work. Our emotions and our feelings are, 24/7. Well, maybe not while we're sleeping. Maybe while we're sleeping, it's more of our subconscious, pointing out what we are actually attracting to ourselves in the form of dreams. But our conscious offering, our vibration that we are emitting out, that we are transmitting to the world, is something that we're constantly doing. And so becoming aware of that, becoming aware of consciousness, and also understanding that it is not limited. Basically, if we can imagine it, if we can dream it, if we can see it, and then if we can add our faith to it and believe it and feel the outcome in our bodies, it can happen. We can create it. So whenever we're in a situation and we're trying to visualize and create and experience and feel something on a global level, just know that it doesn't have to have any type of signs, doesn't have to have any types of confirmations, it doesn't have to have any types of reasons, or evidence behind it. All it needs is your feeling and your heart's desire attached to it, and it has the potential to manifest. So if you're in that situation and you're creating that type of vision for yourself to live in that type of planet, a planet that is at peace, a planet that doesn't have pollution, a planet where there is abundance for everyone, a planet where there is no sickness, where there is no struggle, there is no sadness, there is no disease. You can continue in that vision, you can continue in that consciousness, and you don't need anybody else to be with you at that place, because our conscious awareness and our conscious offerings, they go generations on past us. And so you may even be just supporting someone in the future, you may be supporting yourself in a new future. It just the potential is just unlimited with what you can actually be doing. So don't be distracted. There is no such thing as impossible. You can do anything with your imagination. You can do anything with your awareness, and you can certainly do anything with your consciousness. So love, blessing, peace, prosperity, health, healing to you and your family. Kenothi Seotan.